All right, guys, what is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for another live review as we are now doing the live review for this week's episode of NXT, the April 4th, 2018 edition of NXT, and the go-home show for a long-wait pay-per-view that I've been waiting for months, especially because of one particular match, the match with Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. But that's right, guys, this Saturday is NXT TakeOver New Orleans. It should be an awesome show. We got a pretty solid card from top to bottom for this, with the tag team championship being a triple threat match. We have the man ladder match for the debuting NXT North American Championship, which I've seen the design for the title. I think it looks great. We're gonna have a women's championship match between Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler. We have the NXT Championship match between Andrade Cien Almas and Aleister Black. And, of course, the match that I still believe should be the main event, the unsanctioned match with Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, which is going to be awesome. Again, I'll be doing live reactions for that this Saturday night. What are your predictions for TakeOver? I'll briefly go over them in this review. What's up, Hassan, by the way? I'll briefly go over my predictions here also, but I will definitely go more in depth because after I do this, I'm going to record and I will upload Road WrestleMania episode 31, which will be my preview and predictions for NXT TakeOver New Orleans and WrestleMania, but I will briefly share my thoughts about them in this review as well. But thank you for joining me, Hassan, as always, buddy. I hope you're doing pretty well today, my friend. So for a go-home show, I thought it was pretty strong. It felt a little bit more like a recap show for the most part. We did have some good matches. The finals for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic definitely matched the night, and definitely, I think, a strong contender for one of the best tag team matches of the year. The finish, I'll talk about that and my overall thoughts on the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic in general. It's been an all right tournament, but I think, well, it was the first match anyways, so we'll probably get into that. Well, before I get into that, let me just go through at the beginning of the show that we had Charlie Caruso in the control center for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic talking to us about the finals, and they finally did just reveal the news on tonight's show about Bobby Fish's knee injury and how he will not be medically cleared, as the rumors are going to be out for about 7 months, I heard. So not sure what's going to happen with the title match at TakeOver, because the winner of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic will face the Undisputed Era for the championships at TakeOver New Orleans on Saturday. So the match was the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong versus Pete Dunne. So, I mean, my guess, obviously, they're probably going to have Adam Cole take up Fish's place and defend the tag titles this day. They didn't really emphasize that if the Undisputed Era had been using the Freebird rule. It's not really, because they've been using I saw a fly or something buzzing around before. Sorry. They might use it never really implied the Freebird rule for the Undisputed Era, since it's been Fish and O'Reilly defending the tag titles. But it looks like we're probably going to have Adam Cole step in place for Bobby Fish to keep, at least, because I don't see Undisputed Era dropping the tag titles this Saturday night. Let's see. Let's see what Hassan's predictions are. He says, mine are the winners, and Shayna Baszler. I think that's happening. Tommaso. Aleister Black, yep. Either Undisputed Era to retain or Strong and Dunne to win, in either Velveteen Dream, Adam Cole, Ricochet, or EC3 to win. Yeah, that triple threat, not triple threat, that wow, I am so tongue twisted tonight. That 6-man ladder match is definitely tough to predict. But seriously, there was only one winner this episode. All the others were no contest, just to build momentum to some matches, while others had promos. Let me see here. And they need to stop abusing the multi-man matches. Evan hates DQs. Sorry for the language. No worries, man. Yeah, I mean, DQs sometimes, can have a worthwhile finish or not. I mean, let me see here. We'll get into them as well, because not too many of the matches had decisions, and only one did, which, at least, let's get into it. I'm feeling I'm getting way ahead of myself here. But anyways, The first match was the Authors of Pain taking on Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne for the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I thought this was a really, really good match. As I've said plenty of times, what I like about the Authors of Pain as a tag team, they're two big, strong guys, but they don't look like, it doesn't look like, that they literally, just take it easy on teams. I feel that they at least bring the best out of their opponents all the time. Their matches with DIY last year, I felt they made DIY like $1 million. Heck, the triple threat match at NXT TakeOver New Orlando last year, my tag team match of the year, I remember choosing on the year in review video with some of my friends on my other friend's channel. That match, I think, was like literally the two best teams in NXT trying to take out the biggest team, and they made, not only did AOP look like $1 million, but they made DIY and the Revival look $1 million as well. So that's something I always appreciate out of them. And I think they made both Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong look $1 million in this match. The problem is, though, is I don't think AOP should have gotten this far in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I like them, but I feel like that they've really overstayed their welcome, in my opinion. I really felt that they should, TM61 should have, heck, they could have restructured the card a little bit for this Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, and having that, since they were having this momentum for the story about us getting behind TM61 when they made their return, just to lose to AOP in the first round. The match they had wasn't too bad, but it's like, okay, all that momentum just from the lose in the first round. I was kind of disappointed when I saw that. Why would I have rather had TM61 win their first round match and then face Authors of Pain in the semifinals, a rematch from the finals in 2016 at TakeOver Toronto, and win there, and then they could have faced Dunne and Strong, because Dunne and Strong are definitely the team that is like the must see team there. The bizarre team with Roderick Strong bringing along Pete Dunne. I think it's definitely been a great duo to have work with. So I would rather, I'd say I would rather had somebody else go as far as AOP did. Like I did not like the match last week with them in the Street Profits. I thought they made the Street Profits look kind of silly, honestly. But or even like Sanity getting to the final. Well, Sanity would have had to have beaten Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne, because I still feel it still didn't quite make sense for me that they were supposed to have their tag team title rematch, but the match got interrupted because Undisputed Era attacked, and then they turned to a 6-man tornado tag match, but it was for the titles. So that I feel like even them getting their rematch would have been them getting as far as AOP did would have been fine with, but I feel like AOP didn't really need to get as far as they did. But again, as I said before, they brought out the best in Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong. Heck, I like the sequence like towards the end where Strong got in there and he was like taking out, which I think was Razor, like with all these shots. He had like the hot tag, just like going all over the place in the ring and whatnot. He got great offense in on them, and he even had like a nice little suplex thing or whatever he did on one of them. And then I like that that assisted bitter end that him and Pete Dunne have done throughout the match. Also, I thought they were gonna get them there, but then Akam, I think it was who broke up the count. But then Undisputed Era's Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby and Adam Cole came out for a DQ finish, and they start beating down on all four of them. So pretty much that they didn't want to defend the tag titles, so I tried to be smart and not be able to defend the tag titles on Saturday, since Adam Cole was going to be a one in the NXT North American Championship match to begin with, and so they were trying to think, oh, maybe if there's no winner, double disqualification, then that's not going to happen. So then Regal came out, though. He tells Cole and O'Reilly for trying to be smart and thinking if there's no Dusty Tag Team Classic winner, they don't have to defend the tag titles in New Orleans. But they weren't smart enough, because a takeover, Regal's going to make this a triple threat match. It'll be AOP taking on Strong and Dunne and Undisputed Era. And the winner not only get the tag titles, but will win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Cup. And I'm like, okay, but why does Undisputed Era? I mean, they're a great tag team, but they weren't in the tournament. Why should they be the ones to get the title shot? I mean, to be able to get the cup also if they win. I mean, they may put the belts on Strong and Dunne as a swerve, but I still don't see it happen. I mean, it's tough because you have Undisputed Era, who definitely, I feel, in my opinion, should have a run until Takeover Brooklyn 4. That's why I feel that they have a run till then, like, cool, because again the bar is set so high for them, but they could pull Swerve and put them on Dunn and Strong. Don't put them back on AOP again. AOP is ready for the main roster. I mean, again, I was okay to stick around for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, but they should not have gotten as far as they did. They should put somebody else over, in my opinion. It's just TM61, I felt. So it's just gonna be weird that they're really, if Undisputed Era win, then how did they win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic if they weren't even in the tournament in the first place? It was weird. I mean, I get, like, storyline wise of what O'Reilly and Cole were doing, trying to avoid having to defend the title, since Cole probably doesn't want to wrestle twice. But I still felt it was not the right time to do that, especially for a decisive match, for a big championship match of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classics. Because of that, and because of how far AOP really got, this wasn't really one of my favorite Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classics. I mean, 2016 was good. 2015 I didn't get to watch that one because I wasn't watching NXT full time yet. But I liked 2016. This one was okay. We saw some good matches definitely in the tournament. The match itself, besides the finish, awesome match. It definitely, I feel, could be one of the more underrated matches of 2018 in my opinion. But I would rather have had a decisive winner to face Undisputed Era, and not have Undisputed Era win the cup if they were never in a tournament in the first place. It was weird, I felt. But later on in the show, that we did see Cole and O'Reilly confront Regal like outside of a Full Sail. They came out there, and when that happened, though, just the way they came out and went running towards him, I don't know why, but was it just me, or did anybody else kind of get the feel of with the history of Regal constantly, telling the Undisputed Era that they're doing too much, what if someday that the Undisputed Era do a beatdown on Regal? Ooh, I think that could be pushing a little too far, but I think it will definitely, raise the bar even higher for the Undisputed Era, as it did to begin with when they first came in. But he pretty much gave them three choices. They can either have Cole compete in both matches, O'Reilly can compete just by himself, or Adam Cole could just drop out of the NXT North American Championship match. Think about it. And he walked away. But yeah, I had that itch to see, Undisputed Era beating down on Regal. I don't know why it is. I don't know what you guys think of that, but just leave your thoughts down in the comment section as well. But DQs are part of storyline. Heels use this during their title defense. Yes, that is true. They do. I mean, as long as it's not constant happening all the time. I think this time it was, reasonable for it to happen. But if it wasn't for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Cup on the line, then I feel I probably wouldn't want to see it be a DQ. But besides that, I think it was all right to do it here. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Robbie? He said, what's up, Mike? If you listen very carefully during the Ciampa Gargano hype video, you hear Ciampa say it wasn't their moment, but it was his. Yeah, I do remember watching that back after the turn happened. And he definitely did say, I remember saying that, but that was bold to finally be able to hear more loud and clear. It does mean a lot more sometimes where you do hear what's going on inside the ring, such as Jericho when he's a heel yelling all that stuff, as you say, Robbie, hit me in the head, Pug, hit me in the head, your father's a drug, Pug, your father's a drug. Man, I still love that match. I mean, the match was good, but it was even more fun just with Jericho being just a complete troll on Punk that match. But yeah, then we had the hype video for the North American title, and we have brief promos tying in with EC3, Velveteen Dream, Adam Cole, Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan, and Ricochet. I definitely think those are six. That six man that's going to have this match so packed because as I said before, bringing in this kind of like more of a mid card title for NXT is great because, as I said before, there's several superstars I feel that don't need to have a title reign to get to the main roster, but there's several of them that still do. And, the brand itself is growing. It's stacked. Any of these guys that are in this match could easily be NXT champion, but this is going to help their credibility as well. And I'd say, right now, I'd say from bottom to top, here's what I'm going to predict. I don't think it's going to be Killian Dane because I think there is a chance that Sandy could be called up to the main roster after WrestleMania. I think Sandy and AOP could both be heading for the main roster because they're both ready, in my opinion. Could be Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan at number 5. I mean, maybe, but I don't see him being like, the biggest hype to win it. Number 4 would be Adam Cole. I think it is possible to put on him, but with him probably being involved with the tag titles, I think maybe they might keep it off of him. Number 3, definitely Velveteen Dream because of, the momentum he's gained, especially from his Aleister match, his feud with Aleister Black. He's definitely become like a very popular superstar. I think should turn babyface before the end of the year. Number 2, EC3. But I think I'm going to go with number 1. I think the biggest favorite to win is Ricochet, and then have like Ricochet be established more of a babyface and EC3 established more as a heel. I think the two of them will feud for the North American Championship over the summer. So that's why I'll pick Ricochet to win with EC3. Being the first person to challenge him for the title. Yes, Robbie, dream over. So we had that. And then we had the hype video for a story about Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Awesome hype video. I enjoyed it. It was one of those hype videos that I literally kept like rewinding my TV to see that this problem, because it was just sick. The story is just fantastic and awesome. The two of them being friends for 12 years in each other's weddings. It had like the match of the year in 2016. They won the tag titles. There was they had like the brotherhood and all that was there. And then when the turn happened, and then just Tommaso's continuing to say, well, he didn't like quite mention also the promo that Ciampa cut last year, 2 weeks after TakeOver Chicago, explaining that he felt like everybody thought he was treating him as an afterthought because of his injury. They were immediately replacing him at not even 1 day after the injury was announced. But he pretty much just tied in how he thinks Johnny Gargano is selfish, and then Gargano is saying how thinks Ciampa has this big psychotic, sadistic mind or something like that. They think he's psychotic for thinking all of that, and you're just throwing all this away. So now that and then just everything that Ciampa was saying, just in that this low, bold voice again, just literally makes you intimidated of him. Like he developed an intimidating look, and the voice especially also. I wish he would have given. Him being quiet on the microphone coming out. I wish they would have at least have him talk a little bit more a couple times. But this match is going to be awesome on Saturday. I think this needs to be main event, and I'm still going to predict right now there needs to be an angle. This needs to be more so Ciampa winning on Saturday, stacking the odds against Johnny, and then the final blow where Johnny gets his full-on revenge on Ciampa at TakeOver Chicago. Some big stipulation, and that's where I think the feud should definitely end. The TakeOver Chicago, because that's where the turn happened, and we wore around just to see Johnny get his full revenge on him there as well. And I was also glad, because I keep mentioning this as well, the build of even more of the bond, the friendship they have. They did show the part in the hype video. They did show the part in the ladder match at TakeOver Chicago last year where Ciampa was about to get smashed in the face of the ladder, and Johnny pushed him out of the way and took the bullet for him. As I kept saying, when that happened and when the turn happens, I was feeling, since they put that match on last, I'm like, okay, the turn's happening tonight. But then they still did a great job in building up that doubt that the turn may not happen, or this could be, DIY swan song with, the little, trademark graphic coming up. And then this wasn't our moment, but it's mine. And then the turn, bam, man, I still remember that like it was yesterday. I still, felt the same emotion I probably would have felt if I didn't think the turn was as predictable as I was expecting that night. But man, a great package right there for that match. Let me see here. We have Rutik Patel saying hi a lot. Hi, Rutik Patel. If I'm mispronouncing your name, I apologize. I'm glad to have you in the stream. And Robbie, if you're still in the live chat. So yesterday we were talking about on the live stream of who we would want to get ice cream bars of. We discussed Zelina Vega, Ruby Riott, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, a few others. What about Vanessa Bourne? Because I don't know about you, but dang, when she came out tonight. But we had this match, it was Kairi Sane, the Pirate Princess, taking on Vanessa Bourne as Hassan the Mighty would say in the live chat, probably the only match this night that did have a decisive decision in it. I thought the two of them put on a pretty good match, building up, mentioning how, Kairi Sane is probably one of the next people in line to be getting, a title opportunity after, the takeover of New Orleans match that we were going to have with Shayna Baszler and Ember Moon. But I thought it was a strong match. Vanessa is showing that she's an upcoming star. Kairi Sane, of course, she's just amazing the way it is because of, her showing in the Mae Young Classic and winning it. Take her elbow drop or whatnot. But yeah, but still, and Kairi Sane, don't get me wrong, she's cute, but I wouldn't consider her, whoo, or anything like that. But Vanessa Bourne, woo! I want some Vanessa Bourne ice cream bars myself. All right, I'm getting a little too carried away here, guys. Let me see here. Continue to get the highs. Oh man, Robbie's on the live chat. I wanted to hear his response to the Vanessa Bourne ice cream bars. We got that, and then we had a backstage interview with Lacey Evans. Says there's nothing she can accomplish in NXT until Riho stops letting in human trash. One of the reporters asks about Nikki Cross, and Evans says she gets chances despite not being able to sit down for an interview. She says that she proves a woman can be strong without jumping off the top rope like Ember Moon, and then dismisses on Dakota Kai. And she says next week she'll face Kairi Sane, and she'll try not to lose her manners. So perhaps implying, this whole thing, she's like the first lady of NXT, pretty much, and saying, she thinks she's got everything that it takes, and everybody else has something like weird and wrong with them, pretty much. So so that's going to be in next week's show. Kairi Sane taking on Lacey Evans. You can have your Rob says, Mike, you can have your Vanessa Bourne ice cream bars, but I must ask, where are my Zelina Vega ice cream bars? Can I share some of those with you, Robbie? Yeah. Oh, man, I'm getting a little carried away here, Robbie. We're having way too much fun with these ice cream bars. I will someday, maybe for the fun of it, make that Zelina Vega ice cream bar wrapper for the fun. I will do it someday, Robbie. I promise you, man. But yeah, so we got that promo. So we're going to get that match next week. And then we had the segment I talked about earlier with Colin O'Reilly running down Regal back outside of Full Sail, which again, it's still kind of giving me a little bit of an itch. Like, ooh, what if they would have attacked him? Like, it gave me that little itch again. Like, with Regal constantly telling them there's too much and whatnot. I'm just like, what if something they just finally snap and take that out on Regal? I still want to see that. We had the video package, speaking of Zelina Vega, a video package for the build for the match between Andrade St. Almas and Aleister Black for the NXT Championship on Saturday. Should be another awesome match. Again, they had a great match last year at TakeOver New Orleans. I can't even say New Orleans, at TakeOver Orlando with what's it called now? TakeOver Orlando. Oh yeah, when Black made his debut, but this is against a different Andrade Cien Almas this time, and this is Aleister Black, who's just well deserving and long coming of being the top star on NXT as well. So I mean, I think this feud had a very basic build behind it, just Vega, Zelina Vega, and Andrade Cien Almas to continue to have their ego get to them with Aleister Black pretty much just wanting to shut them up for good, pretty much. So I look forward to definitely seeing that match on Saturday. And then we also get a recap of what happened last week with a brawl at the Performance Center between Shayna Baszler and Ember Moon, who will be meeting for a third time this on Saturday as well. Moon, in interview, says she touts her credentials as NXT's representative and promises to end her issues with Shayna Baszler and take over, and just to have teach Shayna less to stop being a bully and walking around like her. She should get handed everything and whatnot. She's entitled to everything, but she's gonna put an end to this, which. Love you, Ember, but sorry, it's probably going to be Shayna Baszler winning the title on Saturday. I still wish, though, this is the one match I kind of wish I wanted a little bit more from. I do kind of was hoping they would add a stipulation because we've seen the match already. This will be the third time. But it still should be a good match, I feel. I mean, the match at Philadelphia was all right. It's just setting up for, more to come. But I wish they probably would have, put a little bit more into the build for this feud. But other than that, it still should be a good match. And then we're supposed to get our main event, which was Lars Sullivan versus Killian Dane. I've been wanting to see this match happen for a while, and I know Robbie and I both kept saying that if Sanity does go up to the main roster after WrestleMania, then Killian Dane and Lars Sullivan should have a good match. The match wasn't really that long. It was all right for the parts that we got, but then this match ended up more so being an angle with all the 6 participants in the 6-man ladder match for the NXT North American Championship coming out. I think after Dane and Sullivan knocked each other off the apron, and they were separated on the sides. Velveteen Dream came out first, followed by Adam Cole, and then EC3. And then Sullivan and Dane got back into the ring. They're all standing there, but then Ricochet's music hits. Now Ricochet was seen coming out of the NXT office last week, Regal's office, and being revealed as the 6th member of this ladder match. And so he came into his music and just came in. I still think Ricochet is a favorite to win the NXT North American Championship on Saturday night. So, but yeah, that's how we went off. So I would like to see Killian Dane and Lars Sullivan do get one more shot having a match if Sanity is going to go to the main roster. Haven't had this just a decisive match there. We've seen them have good showings. Well, the good showing in the Fatal 4-Way for a number 1 contendership right before TakeOver Philadelphia, the one where Johnny Gargano won. But I definitely think these two need to have a decisive match before Sanity goes to the main roster. So maybe sometime after TakeOver New Orleans had the match pretty much. But still a cool moment at the end, seeing Ricochet come in. But that's how we went off the air for NXT. Anything else in the live chat? Hell, with all these historic matches for the women, give me a WWE Women's Revolution ice cream bar. Sure, definitely. That would be a big time seller as well. And William Regal versus Adam Cole, baby. I'm all for that, Robbie. I would definitely like that. Thank you for your comments in the live chat. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, not a bad show this week. Not quite A worthy to me. I gave it a B+, almost just a B, but a B+ is more like a recap show. 3 matches. The match with Sane and Bourne was, the only decisive one. It was good. I probably would give this show just a B if it wasn't for the match. Besides the finish, the match itself, though, for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Class between AOP and Dunn and Strong was just awesome. Again, I feel like it's so far one of the more underrated matches of 2018, in my opinion. The main event was more of an angle, but I think we got a pretty strong go-home show, I think, for NXT TakeOver New Orleans, which I will be looking forward to seeing that show this Saturday night live on the WWE Network at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, guys, but if there's nobody else in the live chat, what is this going to be? Oh, well, what happens? I'll give you guys a few more minutes just to, leave any more thoughts you like to. Let's get my plugs in there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please click that like, subscribe, or comment on this channel. Comment down below, what you thought next episode of NXT. Are you excited for TakeOver New Orleans as well? Again, leave that down in the comment section below. You can also follow me on Twitter at DemandAir93. As soon as this video is done, I'm going to put up the green screen. I will record Road to WrestleMania episode 31, do my predictions for NXT TakeOver New Orleans. I kind of shared a little bit of them tonight on this review, but I will do my full predictions for TakeOver and for WrestleMania 34. And then tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be able to record top 10 topics as well for April 2018. And then tomorrow night, probably maybe like 8 or 9 o'clock, I'm not sure what time yet, I will do the special live stream for my top 10 WrestleMania hidden gems. I'll do that tomorrow night, and Friday will be my my live Q&A, which you haven't done so yet. You may submit your questions for my Q&A in the video I posted sometime last week. I will do the live Q&A on Friday while I watch the Hall of Fame ceremony. And then Saturday is TakeOver New Orleans. Again, I will do live reviews. Well, I will do live reactions for the Gargano and Ciampa unsanctioned match. And then I'll also do my live review for TakeOver New Orleans. Then Sunday, again, I may be doing a live review of my friend Daniel Guys on his channel. But if I do that, then Monday morning, I will do my own WrestleMania 34 review. The next week, I'll be doing Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live reviews will debut next week. Maybe not NXT, depending on how next week's shows, because next week's show is just going to be showing just the dark matches from from before Takeover. So pretty much going to be shown just a pre-show, just recapping of how the show went. So I don't always usually review that episode of NXT. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, guys. But again, as I say, April is going to be is a pretty busy month for me. Besides, it's still a light schedule for work this time of the year. But I just have a lot going on this month. And then again, at the end of the month, I'll remind you again, I'm going to be going on a small vacation. At the end of the month, I'll be gone for a week. So I may not be getting my reviews in, at the exact times. But so again, guys, I keep saying, just be patient with me. There's just a lot going on in my life right now. I'm trying to get figured out and just other things going on around it that I'm dealing with. But just be patient with me. I'm not going anywhere. I will continue to keep doing this channel and to continue just to, chill with you guys and have fun. So guys, if there's anything else in the live chat, let's see here. Oops, I'm breaking the fourth wall. LL. Hey Mike, does Lacey Evans remind you of like Captain America with her gimmick? Yeah, she kind of does. I definitely think that is the case with Lacey Evans. Oh yes. I do apologize, Robbie. I'm sorry. I've been like so tired when I've done these reviews. So again, it's just been an exhausting week. But as always, also I need to endorse my good friend Rob1 Kenobi in the live chat. As always, I say Robbie. He's a little older than me, but he's just a smart young lad who is really determined to write for WWE. We're tired of having these writers going in there who just don't give a shit at all about how good their shows are. But Robbie has the great ideas that are going to draw fans to the crowd as always. To even come to the shows and continue to watch as well. He has great ideas. Again, check out his channel. He did a fantasy booking video back when Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor were almost going to do the Pumpkin Demon versus Bray Wyatt and drag, but think it's a match never had. But he pitched an idea of how they could have gone further with it. Even though I also think they could have taken that idea and done the same thing with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt to result in a great double turn. And then also he had a great idea for a match with Cedric Alexander and Triple H, hashtag Game On and Game Over. He has a couple other ideas that he's definitely going to be doing a fantasy prediction videos for. He does even does his own fantasy predictions for of even better card. He did one for Fast. And also, as I always say, Robbie, he's my good friend. I wouldn't just say that because he's my friend, but I really do believe in him. I think he has a lot of great ideas. He's a genius, guys. That's why we all like him. So, guys, please also subscribe to Robbie's channel as well, and check out his ideas. And if you do enjoy his ideas, please get hashtag Please Sign Robbie trending on Twitter, and even make sure when you share any of his videos, tag the WWE in it, tag Vince McMahon in it, tag Triple H, tag anybody. Heck, tag Stephanie McMahon for all I care. Tag Kurt Angle, tag anybody to grab the attention of these great ideas that Robbie has to write for the WWE, and we're going to get him into the writing seat and getting Road Dogg's ass out of there. Your ass better get out of Robbie's chair, brother. But yeah, guys, as always, again, thank you for reminding me about the plug. That Bailey Hill video will still be coming soon, just busy with my work. Completely understand, Robbie. No worries, my friend. Rusev Day versus Maharaja Day. Oh my goodness. I mean, maybe it could work. I mean, I just don't want to see Jinder Mahal win the U.S. title, though. That's the only thing. But maybe a few of them could work. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know. They do have kind of unfinished business from last year. Robbie says, anyone but you, Roman. Anyone but you. But yeah, guys, I think we want to call it a night. I'll go record a Road WrestleMania episode 31 again. Catch me live tomorrow night, probably around 8 or 9 Eastern Standard Time, to do my top 10 WrestleMania hidden gems as well. Again, that was Robbie's idea, but we haven't really been able to do it because of the issues with the live streaming of him not being able to hear me on his end. So YouTube, you suck for that. But yeah, that's it, guys. I will see you guys all later. Again, catch me tomorrow night, and of course, let's have a great weekend for Takeover and WrestleMania. It should be a lot of fun. It's gonna be an exciting weekend to be a wrestling fan. So, guys, I'm checking out. I will see you all later. Until then, guys, have a great night. Peace out.